says about how relaxed the group is.
Yeah.
Days out from the first game of the season, no one's very tense.
Nah, we try and keep it pretty relaxed, nice fun atmosphere around the place. So, especially coming into round one, I think everyone's up and about, pretty excited to get out there. We've put in a big body of work, so we can't wait.
What have you learned from last year, Hugh? This time last year, particularly.
Yeah, well, we didn't start well last year, so we want to make sure that the energy's high early on in the season, which comes with having a bit of fun and having a laugh. But we saw what Sydney did to us round one. We started okay actually in the first quarter. I remember Bales kicked a couple early, but then they picked us apart. We were a little bit flat, so we've just got to be switched on from the start. And coming up against Port Adelaide, who we think will be thereabouts again this year, it's a great test for us.
I mean, as motivated as you guys are to make amends for last season's finals, so are they. You know, a lot of people had them in the grand final too.
Yeah, definitely. They had a tough loss. He was in the prelim there. And so did we, lost by a point or two to the Dogs, so we both got a point to prove, and I think it'll be pretty hot early, but the fact that we played such a high intensity game last year against the Dogs will hold us in good stead, I think.
So you guys came home with a flourish. Obviously that West Coast game is one of the best we've seen, the Dogs as well. At the start of the year, you were chasing the tail.
Yeah, for sure. We probably had that 4 or 5 block period at the start of the year, and then another block where we played the Hawks, Tigers and Saints at Metricon, where we lost 3 in a row as well. So we probably had really good patches, and then we just had those patches where we lacked energy and we lost games. And then, like you said, we were just chasing a little bit to get back, and we spent a lot of energy in those games following those bad patches to get back. So we need to make sure that we're more consistent this year for sure.
How hard then was it? I mean, I know you'd make it up in the end, but I mean, it's something you don't want to be doing, is it?
No, it's not. I don't think you run out there after those few losses thinking that we've got to play harder or spending more energy, but you probably do naturally because, you want to get into the best position possible on the ladder, and every game really does count.
Port are a great side that you matched up well against, particularly Gabba over the last years. What do you think is that superiority there?
They play quite a quick game. We expect them to do that again. We just got to bring the pressure, I think, like we do with every team. If we can be on with our hunt, trying to stop their ball movement, then it gives us a good shot. But we love playing at the Gabba against anyone, and we think that if we play the right way and play our way, our best can be good enough.
And there's a few new faces, got midfield's got a few extra strings this year. Is that a good chance this weekend to show how that might work?
Yeah, for sure. I think we'll get a bit more speed through there with Zach Bailey and Cam as well, who should come back in. So it's exciting to see what they can do. Another pre-season under their belts. Bales showed us what he can do last year in patches. He was pretty consistent in the end, but you saw in certain games he can just take it away from you so quickly with his speed and his stoppage work. So hopefully we can get him up there around more stoppages, playing a bit more midfield time, and Cam's the same. I mean, the sky's the limit for him really, so we're pumped to see what he can do.
You've obviously become one of, if not the best wingman in the competition. Is going, more centre bounces, more time in that pure inside mid, is that the challenge for you now to make more of an impact in that area?
Yeah, I think so. I think against the Dogs I had a little bit more time in there, and it's an area where I see myself growing. That stoppage craft, learning off guys like Locke. I feel like each year it's improving slowly, but I just want to keep getting better and better, and complementing those guys with a lot of speed in there with my stoppage stuff and being able to set everyone up and learn that well, because guys like Locke and JR, they're not going to be around forever, so it's that next wave that has to come up and start pushing and working with them, and then taking it from them in the future.
I know you don't do these things, you don't play games for the individual accolades, but are you hoping that more time in the midfield and the inside mid area will get you noticed a bit more, and you finally get over that hump as an All-Australian this season?
Not necessarily. I mean, I still like to spend a bit of time out on the wing because that's where I know I can play great footy, and it's really not why I'm playing at all. I like to play where the team needs me to play to win a grand final, and that's our ultimate goal. We want to win a premiership. That's what every team's in it to do, and I'm happy to play wherever I need to play for that to happen.
Speaking of midfielders, how's the captain? Do you reckon he'll be right?
I think so. He's gotten through the last few sessions really well. He's moving well. Zorks doesn't lose his game touch and awareness. That's one thing we know. He's a proven performer, and if he plays this weekend, I'm sure he'll be right to go.
What about Jimmy?
Jimmy's looking good. He trained today, got a full session in. We know he can bring that speed. He got a knock last 2 weekends ago, but he looks well. Yeah.
What about the sort of expectation? I think the captain's poll had you guys in the final. Do you enjoy that sort of, pressure that's on the team now?
Yeah, I think you just got to learn to accept it and thrive with that pressure. We've had it probably the last 2 years now, ever since we finished top 4. You've got teams coming after you and chasing you, and you become the hunted, and we've just got to embrace that.
What about the overall feel, mate? I mean, each year we sort of hear about the next piece of the puzzle, like Joe coming last year, 3 times, how good. Now you've got Darcy Fort there, so that backup ruckman. It kind of seems like all the pieces are there.
Yeah, we definitely hope so. 40 will provide a really good chop out for Big O. He shouldered a lot of load last year, and he does a great job. He never complains. He's the ultimate team man. But I really do think that he'll look forward to having someone there that can help him out, give him a chop out, especially for the start of the season, and then we'll see what happens once Big Hippie comes in. But yeah, 40's trained really well so far, and it'll be great to see him play out there.
Complete then? Is that the feeling that everything is in play? It's just now up to you guys?
I think so. Yeah, I think there's no excuses for us. We've got a bit more speed coming in the midfield. We look solid down back, and then you know what our forwards can do. Lots of talent there, but at the end of the day, having all the right pieces in and all the talent doesn't get you there. It's about taking that next step and really performing when the moment arises.
About your mate on the other side, last year he was around with COVID. Is he back now?
He will be back. I think it might be Wednesday or Thursday. He'll be back out at training, so I'm not too sure what we're going to do there, but he's important for us, so I'm sure if he's fit, he'll be out there.
The last couple of seasons you guys have had one of those senior experienced premiership players in Hodgie and Birch, and Fade said last year that you don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Do you feel like those, I know the 1-5 finals record has been done to death a bit, but do you feel like those 6 games that most of the guys in the squad have played now gives you that finals big time game experience that you don't need those senior players anymore?
Yeah, it definitely should do, and not just those experiences, but all the leadership meetings that we've sat in with Hodgie, Birch, all the things that guys like Harris, myself, Bez, we've learnt off them, all those younger guys coming through that can drive, and most of our team this year have played in a couple of finals now and have experienced those losses, so it should be enough to drive us and motivate us going forward.
How's Kitty Coleman?
Yeah, he's disappointed with the injury. He was flying along, going really, really well, but as part of footy, he'll just get stuck into rehab and get back soon, hopefully, and I'm sure he'll play a really big part for us in the back end of the year.